Hello and welcome to another Team Fortress 2 video that you're about to watch as you're doing it. The beginning here, playing a very competitive game of catch the ball on the wall, which I love to do. This game I'm going to be talking about Badwater. I think I've posted maybe 2 other videos of Badwater because it is a very popular map along with Gold Rush. Gold Rush I don't like. This one is actually a really good map, so considering if you are playing this game, you'll probably see this map fairly often. I'll talk about some important points on it. Points. Playing as Scout like usual, just because that's my preference. If you're another class, right in the beginning here, you should be getting your Ubers ready to take out the sentry guns that they are inevitably going to have on the hills and popular sentry places. But this is a very good map for Scout if you're into that sort of thing, which I be. So going into the back to the Scout, there is a little bit of a trick to it on this map that you usually cannot, with one bonk atomic punch, make it all the way to the backfield if you do it right from the gate, so you do have to run forward a little bit before you use it, which is important to keep in mind, because if you don't, and they place a sentry in the backfield, which is pretty common, they did not have this time, it usually will be able to kill you. And securing that rooftop that I was just on is also extremely important for this map. That is one of the best places to place sentry guns on this entire map, and can usually shut down pushes pretty easily when you're trying to capture the second point. So getting ahead of yourself a little bit as a scout there, if there's already an engineer building up there, can be helpful if you can stop him from doing that and just piss him off while your team makes it up to that second point. Can really help out in the long run. Pissing people off in general, always good as a scout. Why did that medic chase me? Don't know. So yeah, staying back here behind their spawn is one thing you're always going to want to do on this map, because for all of their spawn points, they usually have to walk in very far distance. Like this one, they have to walk all the way around there, and you can get behind them very easily and wait for them. Screw you, sentry. Don't like sentries. Once again, doing the same thing, get behind them. There is a huge backfield on this map. Any class, if you can get into that backfield and mess them up, better to you, because even if they do chase you, you can lead them on an extremely long chase. And if they do not chase you, just freaking kill them. Once again, checking this rooftop, it's still clear. Was going to see what I could do to help. Only pyro up there. I think that this is a 6 vs 6, where it starts out somewhere around low people. I'd say around 8 players, maybe 10. Not entirely sure. This is an old match, which you can tell from the fact that I'm using my old HUD that I made myself, which is really crappy. You can barely see how much health I have. But I liked it. Coming up here in a moment is another good point, which is patience as a scout or any class. You can see right briefly there you saw an engineer running up, which I noticed. There goes a pyro. Whoop, no, not going to chase him. Have to wait for all the people to pass. Now these pyros don't even know I'm there. Got a chance to take out this sniper as well, and those pyros are still up there, which I go to chase, which I believe have already died to my team. So you can see the importance of me not showing myself right away, and I missed twice, but my team saw him, so woo, good job, team. Yeah, like I was saying, the importance of waiting, making sure everyone has passed. If you're, catching people that are spawning, you want to make sure everyone who actually did spawn, that entire wave of people, gets past you, which is good to do. Like I always say, the further and further you get back into the map, there's no more backfield here. You'll be pushed up pretty quickly against these people. So I should be switching off the scout. I don't believe I do. I think I stay one more life as a scout. And don't really do too much, which you're going to see. So it would be a good idea at this point to switch off the scout. A good class for this end area is Demo Man, which I do switch to, but I think I'm going to stop doing, just because I think my Demo Man gameplays, when I do them, are kind of boring. I do a lot of spamming. You don't actually see a lot of the targets I'm even shooting at. So I think in the future I'd rather pick Soldier or something a little bit more. I don't know, man. Still more trying to get in the backfield. Still more and more. I try and wait for him to go out there. It looks like he chased me, and I still don't see him, so it looked like he went for me, but he actually does what is the correct thing to do against a scout, which is be a little bit passive, continue doing whatever you were going to be doing before you were harassed, but keep a conscious mind that he is behind you and just turn around and check every once in a while. Which apparently he did, and it worked out very well for him. One more life is Scout. Screw you, Pyro. That was pretty bad on your part. And really random teleporter I get to kill before I burn. Woo! Finally gonna switch off this Scout. And, I guess a Demo Man was a good choice considering the fact that we had no other ones. And like I said, they are good. But I just think, watching my own Demo Man gameplays, I'm like, yeah, wow, you're just sort of walking around shooting into the distance. There's Pyro above me. I noticed it. He'd been doing it all game. And yeah, you can see him run up there, but he's been like hanging out on the roof. Yes, there he is. Screw you, Pyro. We're gonna get him later, 'cause I know he does it. That's another thing. Getting used to what players do. Players always like play the same style over and over and over again. You can sort of catch on to it even within the one game. Like a sniper that'll always go back to the same spot. That Pyro went back to that same spot again. My team, flushed him out. Which, oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Pro pausing the video to sneeze. Okay, the reason why Demo Man is so good for the end of this map is because there's a lot of like entrenched areas for them to put sentry guns, and demolition people are good at destroying buildings, which makes complete sense. There's a sentry gun down there right now. If you just noticed it, you can lob them over this wall to destroy it, kill the engineer. I did see that Pyro to my left. I don't care. It kind of looks like I didn't see him, but I was really just kind of ignoring him because he didn't see me. You're dead. Yeah, like I was saying, end sentries are easiest to destroy when you get an Uber as a demo because you can place multiple stickies down and blow them up all at once, so that a engineer does not have the advantage of being able to heal it by hitting it with the wrench while you're shooting at it, which is what makes it more difficult for other classes, in case you were unaware of that fact. So, I knew they had sentries. They have at least two. They're trying to rebuild them, so we need at least one demo man to be able to, lob grenades over there. Uh, Soldiers are pretty good killing sentries at long distances because their rockets, if they use a direct hit, it only takes 2 rockets to kill it as long as the engineer doesn't prepare it. And that engineer was actually very smart. I did not expect that. He, as I'm lobbing grenades at it, he picked it up and walked it away. Kudos to you, engineer. But, this part amuses me, simply because I think in a moment I chase the cart down there, or little horsey, cute little horsey, I chase it down to the final point, and I cannot believe that I do not die from all the people that should have been shooting at me. I would not recommend doing so. Make sure it's clear before you go down there. Really, really advanced thing, if you want to put in the effort to do it, is at the top. Where it shows you the kill feed. You can notice when your teammates are killing enemies, and if you've recently seen that a lot of enemies have died, then it's a good time to move in. I mean, you should know what's being destroyed. At the very least in this game, always check the kill feed to see if sentries have been destroyed. That is extremely important. You can say, oh, a sentry went down. It must have been yada yada yada. You know what I mean? Like at the top, it would have just said that those people at the Uber killed that sentry. Very, very important information. I switched back to Scout because I really think we are about to win, and the only way I can make it there in time and help these people out is the super run speed of a Scout. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you did. It's over!